Think that my head's on straight. Gotta flip it and grip it and go and get an x-ray. What's wrong with me? I just feel weight pushing on my chest and it squeezes till I suffocate. Better change my mindset, meditate. It's pretty cool that I'm alive and have better days. I could walk, see, hear, I should celebrate. Think I could change my mind, maybe elevate. Living life, everyday, late at night, not okay. All I want, and I pray, all I need are some better days. Yeah, all I need are some better days. Cause all I want, and I pray, I believe in the better.
Hello everyone, this is Animation School. My name is Edward Kurchevsky and I'm professional 2D animator based in Paris.
Bobby, would you care for a piece of pie?
I studied animation over 10 years in one of the top schools in the world and now I'm ready to share my knowledge with you. In the past 4 years of teaching, my students achieved remarkable results and working in studios like Cartoon Saloon, Skiad, studying in schools like Gobelin l'École de l'Image and CalArts.
I'm not sure what we've got here, Charlie. But if we've got what I think we've got something.
Our goal is to prepare qualified professionals in a short amount of time during our intense course. We are here to also create a bridge between you and studios and help you find your first professional position in industry. Online studying became one of the most important parts in worldwide education system, and I am pretty sure with us you will achieve great results. Good luck!
Oh, what the... Guys, what happened to honor and democracy and everything?
Нет, я понимаю. Просто я соскучилась.
People don't just turn into things.
I do.
I'm the guy with the money.
And the gun. Nailed it. I know. Thank you. Moving on.
Do you hear that? It's the winds of change.
Welcome, Animation School Club. I'm happy to see everyone here. I see the chat has been very active, playing I Spy games and talking between each other, so that's good. First of all, I wanted to say thank you for waiting for us. We had a little technical difficulties, but we managed, conquer through them, and we're ready to dive headfirst into some action. For those who don't know me, I'm Kata. I'm student and kind of community manager of Animation Club School's Discord server. And all of us have gathered here for a very special occasion. Uh, Today, well, not technically today, it's probably been like 10 days ago, is the anniversary of our Discord server. And to commemorate it and to have this kind of special parting gift to the year is ending and we're continuing with you forward. But to celebrate kind of 1 year of us growing and being here, we've decided to have this feedback stream and reward the three of our most active Discord users to get some feedback from our mentor on traditional animation, Edward Kruchevsky. Uh, so I'll give you the microphone so you
Hello,
can say hi a bit.
everyone. Yes, hello everyone. Thank you for submitting your works. They are amazing. And today I will give some tips and some maybe suggestions how to improve that shots or what to think about when you're gonna do something similar. Yeah, so we can start, right?
Yeah, we just have a couple of things before we dive at first. We're almost
Yep.
at the start. I just need to put a couple of things before that. First of all, you can ask Edward questions if you ever have any. Just put a large word question, all caps, in the beginning because the chat has been pretty active today, so I might miss a message if I don't see a big, like a neon sign pointing me to it. That's number one. And yeah, the only thing probably holding us back is a round of applause for for the Discord users who've been very active on the server and who were eligible today to get feedback. So these are the three users: Buffalo Mask, Manuel Torres, and Black Grinch. I just wanted to give you a personal round of applause. You actually wrote a lot of messages and been to a lot of events and did a lot of practice also that we have on our Discord server. So I'm going to give my personal little round of applause for them. You can also do that in the chat. And yeah, I think we've gone through everything I need to do before we start the feedback. So we can move on.
Perfect. So let's begin. All right, so I have three works. I'm gonna start with the TV Paint file. It's work of Black Grinch, right?
Yep, exactly.
All right, very good. So if you're gonna see my screen with lagging, please tell me. I will turn on optimization. It's very
All
good.
good for me.
All good. You see all frames?
I should be. If the chat doesn't see all frames, please write it
Yeah,
as well. We'll
because
turn
it's
on
quite
optimization.
yeah, it's quite fluid. So if you see it not that good, so please tell me. All right. First of all, again, this is very cool, very nice spacing, very nice rhythm. I really like it. One thing that immediately bothers me is the legs. I mean, contact with the ground. It's a common problem with students that the legs are sliding on the ground. For example, when you put your character on the ground, the legs are extremely important because they make contact. I mean, of course, contact with the character and the background, and it makes it believable. You know, it makes it real. If the character slides and it feels not correct, I mean, slide without a reason, because we probably understand already the physics of the world, how it moves, how people moves, how they behave, and we see if something is moving not correct, we see, and it bother us, especially for me. So here, contacts. this yeah, these positions of the feet, you see this leg is sliding. Here it's quite okay and it's rough animation, but and I can accept that movement because he moved his body weight to that leg and he can slide this leg. So here it's manageable. It's quite all right. But here, since it's super rough, they start to slide, up. Again, I understand this is very rough, but it bothers me, and sometimes people just leave it because no one points on it, right? So the animators just leave it and they clean it, and it's also moves like that. You see how big change you have here? With no reason, right? This is and also he moves here, so this leg is it's the main leg that holds the weight of the character. So it cannot move, right? So please be careful when you're gonna do next animation. Think about that, okay? Don't just slide it and yeah. Here as well, you see them both, they slide both. If one leg slides, it's fine, but another leg should be stable, and the majority of the weight should be on that stable leg. We cannot slide with both legs, especially when we've falling down, or it's just gonna be super unstable. All right, so legs is the first thing. I like this let's say smears. I like also effects in the end. It's quite simple but effective. It works. I mean, it's super rough, of course, but it shows everything what we need to know. Only one thing, maybe this bubble appears and disappeared in one drawing. It bothers me also. So if you create a volume like that, quite a big one, we need to transfer it to something else. And also it was very, volumetric, and it was with a depth in the space, and then boom, it disappeared. I would prefer to move it forward and to maybe transfer it to something else, or I don't know, maybe break it, maybe create just another path, but move there, right? And also when you do special effects, the biggest volume was here, then you have it here. It has the impression that it moves back for some reason, but he creates impulse from left to the right, and then it moves to the right again. So right, left, right. So it just bounce, and it's not ideal, I think. And yeah. But after that, yeah, everything looks super good. Of course, we can always dive deep and correct volumes and shapes, but it's so rough. So I understand that it's not tracked yet, because here proportions are very different, like head, the body. It's very different from what he become. For example, here he's more like short but human, like I mean adult, but here he looks like a baby, like proportions, not very tall.
Chibi.
Here he feels like his head becomes smaller and stuff. But it's fine. I'm not gonna tell anything about that because it's super rough. So yeah, for the first pass, I mean, of idea, it's amazing. Yeah, it's really solid. Good job. Only one thing, it's legs and like special effects about the volume, about the movement of the volume the forms. Do you have questions? Maybe you are here, maybe you are in the chat, and I can
Let's
answer it.
call upon Black Grinch and ask if he's here. I'm not sure if he's gonna be
Let's
here.
summon him.
Yes, summon him, please. Well, we are going with a bit of a delay with the chat as well, so we might get an answer in like 8 to 10 seconds if anyone has any questions. So if there's nothing to add, we can probably move on to the next piece. We can always switch back, and if we
Yeah,
have
no
anything we
problems.
want to go specific over, we can always
Yep.
like jump back and forth.
No problems at all. Let's move on. Here we have a video file, so I will use Keyframe MP. It's amazing software. It's for free. I mean, you can pay for the pro full version, but the free version demo, it's super good. So it's very nice. I like how fluid it is. Really like it. Here I could, for example, first of all, what can be improved for me, for example, it's this beginning, 2 times the same animation you have. So you have this one and this one. I don't understand why he's doing it twice. I mean, second time, I assume that it's a squash before stretch. But the thing is that you do it together. I mean, you do it twice after one another, and it's exactly the same, or it's super close. So it feels a bit weird. If this one, it's, I don't know, like blinking, like exaggerated blinking. So second one, I think should be shorter, not that deep, and faster. That, for example, he sees something, for example, in front of himself, then he blinks, then he slightly change his impression, like he sees something like, do I mean, maybe he's asking himself, like, do I see what I see, or it's like something like mirage or something. And here he do it fast and like, oh my God, like I really see it. Like process of thinking should be there, right? So it's not random, like squash and stretch. It's there is some idea behind it. So here you can change slightly his impression, like he is thinking, like he's considering, like, do I see, or maybe he's, yeah, I think you try to do that. So his eyes changed and they become more squishier, closed, and he tried to maybe concentrate. But I think your eyebrows can also, you know, go down, like he's super serious, like thinking about something. And then short one, maybe here it's going to be the lowest part, of course, with the blink, full blink, and then opening, like, oh, okay. So I think it's going to be better like that. Then here, usually when we move our pupils, we have to blink. It's natural thing. When we think about it, we're not gonna do that. But when we not think about our eyelashes and stuff, we usually blink when we move our pupils. So here, I would suggest you to blink, or if you really want to make it like a really like stand, like he's super, you know, like stand, right? So he can move and then blink, you know. So he look down, and then when he goes low, I would suggest you to blink here. I see that you're blinking here, but I mean, it's fine. It also works. You know, there is every animator can make it differently, right? So I would blink maybe earlier. I would blink maybe here in the movement, in the beginning of the movement, and then I would just open it right away. But I like what you have here, like you have blink, and then with opening the eyes, you just, you know, smear it up. So it's cool. Okay, another thing I think that when you have a squash, for example, imagine that it's a head, like cut it, I don't know, maybe on the field, like from fairy tales, like head of giant or something like. So this part, can you see my screen that I'm drawing?
Yep.
Okay,
can.
so these parts, they laying on the ground. They not they have already contact with something, right? They're not flying, or they're not, I mean, they're quite far from the main head. So when you do something with the main head, it's not gonna influence that much this part that goes quite far from the head. I think that when our head will squash, it's definitely gonna influence that red parts, but very little. Everything was gonna influence a lot, gonna be here, close to the head. So basically you have different parts of like how to say, not involvedness, but
Interactivity?
Interactivity, exactly. Thank you. So when your head will squash, these blue parts will squash with the head, but the red one, they will just little bit just pushed out. Yeah, so this is important. And also what I think here, that you didn't think about the skull. You didn't think about the skull very much, because I mean, it's cool also, but I miss some constructivity here. In the beginning, it's quite okay. I like when the skin is moving, because skin is soft, it can move. But when the head rotates here, I really think that it's not that there is no skull. There is more like a jelly, like a gum head, like a silicone head, like entirely. Because I don't know whether Joe, because he is laying on the jaw, right? And here he's just sliding, he's just like stretching. I prefer to have a skull inside, but have stretchiness of the skin and the bird and the beard outside. I think with that, it's gonna be ideal. So, for example, again, I will just make it very, very simple. Imagine that this is skull. I have big eye holes. Sorry, my screenshot application not very intuitive, so yeah, it's gonna be
Works enough.
very,
I think you can see through everything well.
yeah. But when I want to do something precise, it's always very bad.
Yeah.
So, for example, imagine that this is a skull, right? Or even you usually had, I mean, there is a neck, obviously, so it's fine. Okay, so you see where the ear is outside of the head. It's the first thing, right? Or you have to, make his skull even bigger, right? So this is first thing that I think you didn't think. And another thing, it's everything was soft. These parts, they will squash and stretch a lot. So you can do that easily, but only with blue things. Red things will not squash because it's a hard material, right? It's a bone. I hope it's clear. It's clear.
Well, I mean, pretty much for me to keep the volumes intact. Remember what to squash and what to not.
Yeah. Yeah. By the way, do we have any questions about Grinch, Black Grinch?
Not from Black Grinch. Sadly, maybe he'll ask some questions later, and I'll just like personally.
Oh yeah, we can ask. We
deliver
can
them
ask in
to you.
Discord. We can ask, for
Yeah,
example,
always.
if this person will ask about some questions, you can transfer it for me, and I will answer in the Discord.
Yeah, we can also do that as well. Actually, we got one question from the chat from Fuzzy Paws. If I wanted to get into animation, where would I start?
Uh, you can
Pretty
start
open,
in
big
Animation
one.
Club School, of course.
That's completely true.
Yeah, but we have plenty, and we will have plenty like free tutorials, workshops, master classes, free. We have, for example, on our website, we have free lessons like about basic animation, so you can start there.
Mhm.
If you and we as a school, as a platform, as a club, we always adding new content, new materials, new. For example, you can start with kata with 5 minutes Friday every week. Kata is doing animation online, so you can repeat, you can do something similar. So it's a very good practice, I think. So yeah, and you can always ask some questions. Kata is very good animator, and she was my student. And yeah, I think you can start here if you don't want to pay anything. That there is plenty materials. But if
Yeah.
you really want to dive deep, you can start our course. New beginning. Let's say you're gonna be in February, like mid
Mhm.
February. So yeah, keep an eye on it.
Yeah. So basically, you can always start with the website and you can always go to our Discord channel. I think all of the links are in the description down below. What I personally like, and I think what benefited me the most, on Sundays, we meet for live drawing sessions.
Yeah.
And basically, doing this every week, I've noticed I've been kind of comparing what I did in the
Yeah.
beginning of the year and the end. And I could say, even you don't see the results like immediately in 2 or 3 weeks, a year, like you can tell. You can tell you've been
No,
practicing.
definitely. For
So there's
example,
like a bunch of ways you could do it. Yeah.
for example, I've been doing sketches like live drawing every day, but last 3 months I didn't do it much. And like last summer, I did a lot of sketches in my sketchbooks, and I always take them for travel and do some sketches, like put some maybe tickets in it and stuff. So it's kind of memory from the travels. And now I when I did the sketch, I noticed that I lost a lot. So my lines and my volume and my my catchiness
Mhm.
gone, and I need to go
Mhm.
back to live drawings. I mean, to like every day 30 minutes sessions, because I was so kind of in good shape, right? And I,
Yeah.
I I just I just sit, I see, and I draw, and it was good. But now it's not that good. I need more time, or something bothers me always. So this is amazing. So basically, if you want to do animation, start with our Discord. This is amazing platform and our community to start.
Yeah. Plus, we have like really nice people, and sometimes if you're lucky, you can get some feedback from some animators who are more experienced on the server. So yeah, you can try your luck out. That you can do a lot of stuff there. Plus, always
Definitely.
all of the links are in the description. So I don't think I have any questions right now. Anything additional? So we can move on to the next feedback. And also reminding chat, you can type your questions just as Fuzzy Paws is. Just put a big question in front of it. And if we had any questions, I will either tell them immediately or we'll keep them after the feedback for like a little Q&A thing.
Yeah. By the way, guys, how many of you are my students now on the course? If you are, please write in the comments what the best and maybe what the worst thing of our course. It could be interesting to read.
Exercise.
Yeah,
Well,
just read something like what you like and what you don't like.
yeah, what's for me, because I don't want to write in chat. I'll write like I'll tell as is. For me, I found the most challenging thing for me was the walk cycle due to how technical it was. How you had to like mark every specific thing. Like we had in the first feedback where the legs were sliding up and down a little bit. I'm the person who has all of the legs sliding in every different direction and all of the proportions going slightly
You like to
like
dance.
awry. Yeah, they like to dance. They're like very airy, ethereal. So for me, the walk cycle was the hardest, but the dynamic shot was like the most fun because you can do whatever you want to do like
Yeah.
as much as you can, of course, like
But it's the
looking at
most
how
challenging
much.
as well. It's the most
Yeah.
challenging.
Well, it depends on what task you choose for yourself.
Yeah,
You
but
can make it pretty easy.
usually, after first course, people just get so motivated. They kind of they think they learn everything, and in the second course, they just okay, this is the moment. I will show everything what I know, and it just rough. Usually, it's rough experience.
Oh yeah, it could be rough.
Yeah. Okay, so let's move on. I
Oh, a
think.
little question. I think we'll be
Yeah.
able to answer it before the feedback.
Yep.
We got a question from Winnie Flashbill. If walking animation is so hard, is there an easier way to do it?
Um, No, I mean, unfortunately, there is
Probably not.
no magic button, just Vogue cycle, right?
Yeah.
You have to learn the process. You have to understand how the body moves, and also with my lessons. I did I structurize walk cycle for you to make everything like very like mathematical, let's say. And
Yeah.
just by following these rules, you will achieve the good result, and it's gonna stay with you. And after that, you can modify it. You can do slightly differently, make it slightly more vivid, but you will understand the process how it moves. I think walk cycle it's 4 weeks, 1 month, and maybe it could be. I mean, you can think that it's too long, but it's not never enough. I assure you. And but this is very important because we're gonna start after dynamic shot, and you have to understand how character moves in the how they transfer the weight, how to follow the volume and stuff. By the way, you can find our even if, for example, in my Instagram, you can find the stories. It's just today. I posted walk cycle from our recent student Monica. She
Yes,
did
Monica.
amazing walk cycles. So it's very cool. You
Yes,
can
and
check.
Monica's here in the chat as well. So you can
Oh
say
wow.
good job,
Hello,
Monica.
Monica. Good job.
Congratulations, Monica. Yeah.
I really like it.
Give her a little round of
It's
applause.
so good that it feels so alive. Yeah.
Yes, exactly. Oh, we have another question from Manuel Torres, actually,
Okay.
whose animation we haven't gotten
Yeah,
feedback
it's gonna
on
be
yet,
next one.
but we're gonna answer his question first. It's also a pretty open one. How long does it take to become a good animator? Is it like 10,000 hours or more?
It's also considerable what is a good animator, right? Who is a good animator? Uh, because there is always going to be someone better, right? And you can think always about yourself that you're not good enough. It's so there is no answer like because you will always think I'm not good animator maybe or yeah, in comparison, right? In comparison, for example, sometimes you can see at some shots and see, yeah, okay, I can do that. Or by doing some tasks, by doing some works, you can yeah, you can feel confident enough to say I'm good animator. But again, in comparison to someone else, there is always someone who gonna be better. So you can always think like, oh my God, I'm never gonna be as good or a good animator. It's not true. I think good animator, we can say if you know how to do uh, tasks. I mean, you can if you know how to deal with projects, with tasks, what director supervisor gives you. I think it's a good animator. So it's not about when the question is not about your skills, but how to make it. I think we can consider that it's a good animator. But how long does it take? It's a very subjective, right? So basically, it depends on how much you work, put in it. But let's say 3 years, 3 years, I would say from the beginning. Imagine that you start your learning process, right? So you start from our school, for example, and you have 1.5 years to go through all classes from all courses, and you know basically everything, but you need to polish and practice more. So after our school, let's say half a year, you can practice, go to maybe some small projects or internships, and then next year you can already make some freelance and stuff. So I would say 3 years, but you're gonna be lucky. You have to be lucky to aim for that 3 years period. If you're already in, because it also depends how good you are in terms of drawings in the beginning, because drawing's gonna push your animation higher and higher. So if you have already good drawing skills in the beginning, you learn process and your portfolio already is good, and you can really aim for studios and get some internship or some assistant, like junior, positions. For example, one of our students, Ksenia Inozemtseva, who also now teach in our school, she after school, almost, I don't know, like immediately or like half a year, she gets into Cartoon Saloon as a teacher, as an animator. It was like that. So like, and she was a 3D animator before, and she just had very good skills in drawings. So she learned everything, basically practice. It was not good. It was not enough time, I would say, to process everything. But still, she took a deep breath, sent the link to her works to Cartoon Salon, and they accepted.
Yeah, but I just have to know that Ksenia, she's one of the most hardworking people I've seen in my life. Like
Yeah.
I've heard some like her sharing experiences, how she actually started in animation, and she wanted to start 2D animation, traditional one. So before she went to work, she would spend 2 hours before work and like 2 hours after work almost every day animating something. So she would push like one shot almost
Yeah.
like per day. Even if it
Yeah.
was simple, she was like doing it. So depends how much resources you actually put in.
Exactly.
There are a couple of questions we also got while we were answering the previous one. First one is from Cactus. Hey, Cactus. I remembered I would say hi to you. Um, what do you recommend to practice before attempting a walk cycle?
Why everyone is asking about walk cycle? Why
Everyone's
it's
very
so
focused on walk cycles. I
why
don't
it's
know. Well, I mean,
so
Cactus have been doing a walk cycle. We've been talking about it on the
okay.
Discord channel. So you're already qualified to attempt a walk cycle. You've already attempted it, but I mean, is there like a specific practice you can do, or maybe like an assignment that could ease you into it?
Um, no, not really. Just, like drawings, human drawings, live drawing sessions, anatomy. Anatomy also helps. Arms, because humans usually move, we draw arms, hands, and maybe, yeah, head, of course, because I mean it's a human animation. So I mean, or humanoid, let's say, animation. So you have to practice that. You have to practice drawing humans, right? And after that, basically walk cycle, it's very technical assignment. So you just have to follow the rules after that. That there is no timing. It's just, timing is it's settled. So you just have to make spacing, maybe. Okay, like we can practice speed, I mean, easy in, ease out, right? Like slowing down, slowing in, slowing out, right? So for some, for example, arcs, but it's basically first month's skills.
So basically, easing into the walk cycle would be taking the first course of the Animation Club School. See how easy that is? And we have another question. This one is less. Oh, it's something with my Wi-Fi. I disappeared, huh? Okay.
No, you're here.
No, I'm here. Okay.
Yeah,
Whoo.
yeah, everything
That
good.
was a scare. Because yesterday the same thing happened. I was talking to people, then I saw them freezing for a couple of seconds, and I realized that no one's like, there's no signal. Okay, while I'm still here, last questions we had for now. What do you recommend to practice before attempting a walk cycle? Oh, no. That's the wrong one. That's the one we already answered. Can you suggest a good graphics tablet to use for animating or drawing?
Graphic tablet.
Yep.
It's the one that you have. Best graphic tablet is one what you have already.
True.
Yeah, but really, but if you really, I mean, when you're gonna be already ready for new tablet, because tablet not gonna make you good in animation. Tablet is just a tool that makes your like comfort easy. I mean, comfort better, I would say. So it's only about the comfort. It's not about skills, right? If you have a old tablet, imagine that you are like a monk in Tibet, climbing and doing stuff like
Yeah,
exercising
you're just doing it with
your
weights
skills.
on.
Yeah, exactly. You're just playing in hard mode, but
Yeah.
it's just gonna be better.
True, exactly. I don't think we have any more questions for now. If you
Right.
have any, chat, please ask them in the chat. Put the question in front of it.
Yeah.
But
I think we
yeah,
can jump to
Manuel Torres.
Manuel Torres because it looks unfair. We just
Yeah, we just started talking. But I
stayed.
mean,
Yeah.
Manuel was asking questions, so
Yeah.
he can't be fussy.
Okay, so let's see what we have. All right. So first of all, in the beginning, I have some comments about the body movement, and but then you moved in perspective. So I will start with perspective. So perspective, if you move in perspective, you have to understand what perspective you have, what the background you have. Otherwise, it doesn't work, right? So, for example, if you what I see here, I see that he has not a lot of distortions, and his legs staying kind of in that surface. So it means that the line or like of horizon not super high because it's quite flat. It's not like that. It's like flat. It's more like that. So it feels that line of horizon is somewhere here. If I draw, for example, because he falls here, if I draw lines here to understand his falling, I will see, all right, so this is our ground, right? This is how he will fall. And line of horizon is super far. You have to think that, okay, this line is like, I usually think like it's like several kilometers or maybe, yes, several kilometers from us. So as close you get there, as far you will be, right? And close you get, I mean, the distances get smaller. For example, 1 meter here is 1 meter there, is 1 meter, 1 meter, 1 meter, 1 meter. I mean, I'm just doing it by my eyeballs, right? But I think it's gonna be like that. Very, very, very small. As far you go, 1 meter will be smaller, will be shorter. So you have to think about that when you will move closer to the camera, when the character will fall. So I think when he will be on the ground, his perspective will be that slim. Here he will be his head, and here he will be his like legs or something, or maybe here, max, because of distortion, perspective distortion. But your character is just boom, and his legs, in my vision, on that line of horizon. So they like several kilometers from us because they are so high, or that there is something between his legs and the ground. You see, what's how is important? So this is the first thing what I wanted to tell. But second thing, it's how you move your arm. When you move your arm, it feels like it's moving independently, like it's not the part of the body. Everything what we move, every part what we move influence another part because everything is connected, right? Our arm, our hand connected to the wrist, wrist connected to the arm, arm are connected to the shoulder, shoulder to the body, head, neck, and so on. So everything what you do, like for example, look, if I move just my arm here, you see, I just move it. Why? My head is moving. I'm not moving my head or body. I'm trying to be still, but I'm just moving my arm. And what's happening to my head? You see? And I'm sitting. If I will be standing, it's gonna be also different because I have my contact position in different place. But it's very important. But in your animation, you just cut the arm and move it independently, and the body not like not influenced by the arm. You see, this is impossible to do that animation and to not move anything. I mean, you move like you redraw your animation, and it makes like your lines become alive, right, vivid. But it doesn't work like that. It just feels that it stays the same. It stays the same in the same position, but it just shake. But it's not moving per se. For example, you see my body, my head is moving in the opposite direction because my arm is shaking because I move my strengths get from the body. Arm itself doesn't have power, let's say. It moves to the shoulder, to the back, to the legs, and this stability gives me this movement, right? You have to think about that. Yeah. Another thing here, everything, your silhouette almost closed. For example, I like what you have, that leg, his left leg in the air, but it feels squashed. It feels like very invisible. If we color it with the black tone, it's gonna be super flat. So what you can do, you can lower your leg here. You can, for example, go with your, okay, is this gonna be a shoulder? Go with your arms there, you see? And this arm will be here. And the baseball gonna be here, you see? Also, check your references. Or if this shoulder will, I mean, elbow will not gonna be visible, it's fine. It's gonna be somewhere there behind the body, but still it's gonna be more visible now because we have negative space here, you see, and around here. Everything is clear. I hope it's clear as well. Yeah, and now everything is combined. And look how your body moves like straight. It's exactly what I meant in our exercise in the first course when the pillow make a hit that first moves the body and then the arm in overlap. It's exactly the same thing. You have also move your body, but hand is in overlap. But your overlap, your hand stayed in the same spot twice. Look at my hand. It stays here, and I moved. My arm cannot stay in the same position, cannot stay physically because it's floating in the air, right? But in your case, your arm stayed there, like it's a hand of God holding it or something, like it's you think that it stays in the same spot, but it moves, but just little, little. And also look, here the neck and the body is an overlap. My head is an overlap. But what you're doing here, you're just moving like it's straight. Oh, there is no muscles, no fluidity, because our neck is quite flexible and we always have some overlaps in the head. And also, not really clear for me how the leg is connected to the pelvis here. Yeah, it feels like, you see, when you cut the lines, like cut your silhouette, it feels like it just cut out animation. It doesn't feel like it's one thing moves to one shape moves to another. Wait. Background.
While we're still opening anything, I'm summoning Black Grinch. If he's somewhere here on the stream, we can still answer your questions if you have any.
So I want to just say that if it's like open like that, you see the volume flows, and we don't feel that it's cut out, that it's just cut it. If you do that, it feels like a different part of the I don't know, it's not the person, in other things, right? And and here silhouette also, you have to think about line of action and line of how you direct eyes of the viewer. For example, here, if you would, I mean, it's super nice. It's very exaggerated. I mean, very enough exaggerated, but I think that the shoulder will move further forward. There's going to be a spine. I would keep maybe that arm here to have negative space. Then I like this. This arm, this leg can go like behind, and this tail can go maybe there, and the arm can go, yeah, even further deep. But now I don't like that in my sketch. These three lines are parallel. I don't like it. So, for example, we can maybe do that. I mean, I do human leg, but it's the same principle. Our maybe tail gonna be in the maybe in perspective, and now everything like works better, I think. And you see, line of action. You guide the eyes of the viewer in that direction. Okay, what you had, it just looks straight up, not in the direction of the ball. All right. Yeah, and then this is not clear. The silhouette is not clear. I think the leg should be at least that, with that negative space between. And yes, and perspective of the head should be like that. His beak goes low behind, like, yeah, below, like that. What you have here, it's just, you just did it in 3/4 and just rotate it. It doesn't work like that in perspective. So it's better if you would draw very rough, but just with a cross in the face, for example, to see what direction in volume it's gonna go. All right, yeah, I think it's enough already. Yeah, and it's good that it has amortization. It goes lower, the legs goes lower and then up, but there is no slowing down. Slowing down and slow in, slow out is the first thing what we learn in animation in our course. It's just bouncing ball. So I hope everyone gonna use it, because it's basically the mainest principle of them all.
Yeah,
All
you
right.
just get like sucked into the details and you forget about those like basics, bouncing balls, arcs.
Yeah.
You get
Yeah,
just
exactly.
oversaturated. Well, I don't think we have any more questions. Should have probably switched the questions to after the Manuel Torres review, but oh well, it is what it is. Yeah, and I think this was all of the feedbacks. So first of all, give another round of applause to all of the Discord members who were eligible for the feedback. Yes, I'm also giving a personal applause. It's so nice to see new faces and old faces in the chat. Thank you again for waiting. Yeah, thank you, Edward, to actually coming here and leading the feedback. I think I'm not qualified enough to give any kind of feedback yet, so we definitely needed someone who is more
Thank you for
who has
inviting
more
me.
experiences. Yeah.
Thank you for inviting.
And I think, yeah, I we can end this 5-Minute Friday today. It actually was a 5-Minute Friday. Usually on Fridays we have a stream on YouTube where I'm usually alone, but maybe that'll change in the future. Who knows? We already changed it for today, so who knows? Might be in the future for us. So yeah, we said our thank you. Thank you to the chat. Thank you to YouTube. And thank you for everyone who's been watching this live stream. Either is it live with all the waiting in the beginning or as a recording, which might be a little bit more shorter. Who knows? But again, thank you. This was very fun to do and also very insightful for me.
Yeah, I just want to
Let's see
want to
where
add.
the new year brings us and who will be the most active users next time when we're going to have a feedback stream.
Yeah, I just want
For
to
now.
add this same thing. Thank you for our community that grows every day, and thank you for being active, and thank you for making animation as a passion for more and more people, because helping each other on the live chats and on the community, it's basically the foundation. It's a base, and the people who, for example, cannot afford courses but really passionate about the course come here and just feel like at home, feel like among the same kind of passionate people. So this is our main idea when we created this club, to have this feeling, right, to support each other, because animation is super difficult. It's require a lot of dedication, a lot of time and efforts, and also look, there is a huge competition, but don't worry, there is enough room for everyone. There is more and more studios and projects come in, creates. So just believe in yourself, work hard, and it will come. The main thing is just to not stop. If you really believe and you really love animation, just don't stop, and everything will come.
Yep, exactly. Animation will find its way into your life, whether you want it or not, if it's something you set for yourself. Yeah. Thank you for the motivational speech. Made me feel kind of inspired. Maybe I should pick up like my iPad next. Yeah. Well, I think with all of the motivation speeches done and all of the congratulations and thank yous, we can finally end this 5-Minute Friday. And I think we will have a couple of practices on the Discord server before the year ends, so keep an eye out for them. But I think this will be the last 5-Minute Friday of the year. So,
Wow.
Yeah.
Nice ending.
Yeah.
I think.
I mean, I planned it. That was the idea.
Cool.
So again, thank you, chat. I think we can finally go and say goodbye. See you next year on the next 5-Minute Friday.
Bye-bye, everyone.
Or even sooner. Bye-bye.
Hello, everyone. This is Animation School. My name is Edward Kurchevsky, and I'm professional 2D animator based in Paris.
Bobby, would you care for a piece of pie?
I studied animation over 10 years in one of the top schools in the world, and now I'm ready to share my knowledge with you. In the past 4 years of teaching, my students achieved remarkable results and working in studios like Cartoon Saloon, Skiad, studying in schools like L'École de l'Image and CalArts.
I'm not sure what we've got here, Charlie. But if we've got what I think we've got something.
Our goal is to prepare qualified professionals in a short amount of time during our intense course. We are here to also create a bridge between you and studios and help you find your first professional position in industry. Online studying became one of the most important parts in worldwide education system, and I am pretty sure with us you will achieve great results. Good luck!
Living life, every day, late at night, not okay. All I want, and I pray, all I need are some better days. Fuck me, I'm looking in the mirror, so foggy, but I've never seen clearer. I don't really think anyone can save me, and honestly I'm not really sure I want saving. I like to be my own worst enemy. There's no risk if you don't try at anything, so I'ma just keep buying everything. See you in the next life, have to be a better me. I don't think that my head's on straight, gotta flip it and grip it and go and get an x-ray. What's wrong with me? I just feel weight pushing on my chest and it squeezes till I suffocate. Better change my mindset, meditate. It's pretty cool that I'm alive and have better days. I could walk, see, hear, I should celebrate. Think I could change my mind, maybe elevate. Living life, every day, late at night, not okay. All I want, and I pray, all I need are some better days. Yeah, all I need are some better days. Cause all I want, and I pray, I believe in the better days. I'm kinda stuck between a rock and a hard place. Do I work hard or live at my pace? You're only young once, yeah that's all great, but I also want a future where I'm okay. Living life is doing lots of cocaine. Wait no, it's living with no shame. Wait no, it's sleeping in on Sundays. I guess it's different for each of us and that's okay. Well I just wanna be happy, how to get there? Glad that you asked me. I think it's different for everyone. Some of us need work, others need fun. Some of us need purpose to overcome. But try to do what you love when it's said and done. Cause there's so many differences in each of us. Trust your gut, it can show you what you want. Living life, every day, late at night, not okay. All I want, and I pray, all I need are some better days. Yeah, all I need are some better days. Cause all I want, and I pray, I believe in the better days. Living life, every day, late at night, not okay. All I want, and I pray, all I need are some better days. Yeah, all I need are some better days. Cause all I want, and I pray, I believe in the better days. Living life, every day, late at night, not okay. All I want, and I pray, all I need are some better days. Fuck me, I'm looking